just said his grace. You know why I want to go there? I want to touch on this because, there were so many important pointers. My thorn in 2016 was the cancer. The cancer. We prayed. My wife prayed. We fast. You prayed. The church prayed. I mean, they were praying for me. God, remove it. And I pray, God, if God will remove it. But God did not remove it. No. Why did not God? And I went more than one time because I was taking test after test. I got so sick of the doctors. Every time I turn around, take a test here. I said, they keep looking for something. But thank God for how God uses the doctors, because I have a wonderful doctor, Dr. Rankin, and he kept on staying on it because he said something is not right. So that thorn stayed with me. Right. And I had to go through the steps of that cancer, that thorn, because it was a place that God wanted to say His grace could sustain me. You know how His grace could sustain me? There was one time Bishop Terry and our pastor Naomi we went to the clinic. And my counts were so low that the doctors, they came and they said, your counts are so low, you're literally walking without a what?
Immune system.
An immune system. Now, this is a witness. Out of the mouth of 2 or 3, it shall be established. But we were talking and we were laughing. Right. And they said, we should admit you into the hospital.
That's right.
But then they saw the way that I was talking and I was carrying on and I was doing well. I did not go to the hospital. God's grace, like you just said, without an immune system, God don't need your immune system. His grace was sufficient enough to carry me. I went home. I did not get one sickness.
Right.
I did not get one disease. Right. You talk about a man walking without an immune system with all the germs that's in the atmosphere. Right. I did not get no harm or danger fell upon me simply because what you said, God's grace. His immune, I'm allowed that immune system to stay low because I want you to depend on me. Make room for me. For I am the source. My grace is sufficient. I don't have to move the thorn.
No, sir.
And then we can go into the pandemic. The pandemic, could it be that God moved us out of the church building because it became a thorn in our side?
Go ahead, sir.
We limited God.
Yes,
we
sir.
told God that if we don't have a building, we can't get the people. Yes, if we don't have a building, our ministries can't flourish.
Yes,
could it be that God said, because y'all limited me, y'all had a thorn, so I'm going to move that thorn away from you, and I'm going to show you without a building, I am God, I will forever be God, because I am the Almighty, and there are no limits to me. Could it be?
Wow.
So now we see God's grace with the building, in famine, in sickness, and with all kinds of diseases around, but we're still in the land of Goshen because God is providing.
Yes,
so I'm going to let that thorn stay around you until you realize that my grace, God's grace, is sufficient enough to sustain us.